Leave it all on the court. Leave it all on the field. You gotta give it 100. That's from your head to your heel. This is the time that you want it. It's time to jump in and run it. Let's get to jumping and running into securing the deal. This ain't pretend, it's for real. Turn up the temp just a little. With stakes so high,
he's gonna make the throw. It's a touchdown.
Good looking for him. Long throw as always. Mike Evans, he scores again.
Mix it up for the combine. Push it to the limit. How I give it at the combine. Bet I blow your mind when it's lights, camera, showtime.
Hey, how you doing? I got the white 76 creamsicle Bucks jersey because it's a good day in the neighborhood, okay? Good day to be a neighbor. How about it?
How about it?
Tampa Bay Bucks defeated the New York Jets in stunning fashion, okay, 29-27. Won a walk-off field goal by Chase McLaughlin, who apparently is not a bum, okay, as I previously thought. I take back everything I said. I'm sorry. And more power to you. You know, go win us another one. How about it?
I'm glad you apologized. That was really important.
Yeah. Just got to let them know. Anyways, we're here to talk about the NFL because Nick Cohen, that slime, took NFL recap last week, and we couldn't get it, so I got it back this week. So we're talking about that with Kathleen Moore, who's obviously right here. Then we are going to be bringing on former HTF legend, somebody that we did the monkey segment about years ago, which is the best segment ever. And we're going to be talking about the best team of all time, best roster we can come up with, okay? But Kathleen Moore is here, okay? Kathleen Moore is right. She's right there.
Yep.
She's hanging around. We're going to be talking about what happened in the NFL yesterday. Okay?
Everything's upside down.
Everything is upside down. So Sunday, September 21st was a massive day in the NFL. Okay, we got a few storylines to cover. So the first of which, blocked field goals. Okay, there were 4 blocked field goals all yesterday. On the Sunday, September 21st, there were 4 blocked field goals. I'm going to run through 3 of them. One, first off, major crash out. I thought I was going to break my TV. I'm sitting there. Minor context, the Bucs have not won a Week 3 football game in 5 years. This should have made year 5. And right when we have a chance to make it a 2-score game, 2 minutes left in the game, our field goal is blocked by Will McDonald, who then returns that field goal block all the way for a touchdown, and the Jets take a last-second lead against us. Of course, Baker Mayfield led an amazing comeback like he always does, but we have that blocked field goal, okay? Shelby Harris on the Cleveland Browns blocks Brandon McManus's field goal for the Packers for a, potentially game-winning field goal. Browns then take that recovered field goal block, lead a good little drive, and they kick a game-winning field goal, upset the Packers. Insane. Okay. Finally, we have 2 more. The same game, both Georgia defensive tackles. Okay, Jalen Carter blocks Joshua Carty's field goal for the Rams with 8 minutes left in the fourth. It was a 1-score game. This kick would have made it a 2-score game. They block it late in the fourth, and then finally Jordan Davis, the other Georgia Bulldog defensive tackle on Philly, blocks Joshua Carty's kick again late in the fourth. This time returns it for a game-winning touchdown. Kathleen Moore, those you boys over there.
Absolute cinema, Ty Patton.
Yeah.
I think I've watched those clips over and over and over again. I thought we were cooked. I thought we were done for with the Jordan Davis block. But have you ever seen a big man move that quick? Have you ever seen it?
I mean, not unless there's a little Debbie snack involved, Kathleen Moore.
I know. Jordan Davis is over 330 pounds, by the way.
Yeah.
He hit 18.98 miles per hour on that run.
How is that possible?
I wish I knew. but I don't. Big guy.
Oh my God, it was
the call was so funny. The big man puts the icing on a big cake. It's like, why are we making fat jokes to poor Jordan Davis?
Hey, what's your favorite little announcer vocal stem out there?
My favorite announcer vocal stem?
Yeah.
You got a guy here who like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Just
little Chris Collinsworth. I like a little Tony Romo. I don't know, Jim, but you know what? You know what? I think my favorite one right now is whenever Eric Collins is on the call and somebody will make some mildly decent play and they'll go, "How do you do?" It's just like let's go, let's get fired up right now, Eric Collins. You're making this game much more enjoyable for me. I love watching that guy call games.
So good. Okay.
What in Jesus' name, happened this past weekend? We just mentioned this. The Browns upset the Packers 13-10, first win versus Green Bay since 2005. Okay, you think the Browns, because the Browns had a great game last week too.
Here's the thing. I don't know whether I want to say that the Browns are like kind of putting something together here with old Joey Flack, or if the Packers are frauds.
Packers might be frauds.
Could they be frauds?
It might be frauds.
How did we get here? I feel like first 2 weeks, I was so high on the Packers. I really thought that they were going to be a problem for us in the NFC. Now I'm not so sure.
I'm not either. Towards that same token, there are some problems in the NFC.
Totally.
Okay? We got 3 undefeated teams left: the 49ers, the Eagles, the Bucks. The latter 2 playing this week, okay? But the Bucks look good in the NFC South, okay? The Falcons got shut out 30-0 versus the Panthers this week.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Michael Penix Jr. pulled early in the 4th in exchange for Kirk Cousins. Penix threw 2 interceptions. One of those was a pick 6.
Tragic.
And then Kirk Cousins didn't play all that much better. Falcons wind up 0 points on the board. Panthers, humongous win for them. But at the same point, Saints 0-3. Falcons 1-2 now, I think. Or
it's been 4 years, I feel like, since I've heard the phrase Kirk Cousins was better.
yeah, I wonder, are the Falcons actually 1-2?
I believe so.
I'm about to double check this because I don't want to give the people out there the wrong idea.
Oh, of course. Journalistic integrity here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Bucks 3-0, Panthers 1-2, Falcons 1-2, Saints 0-3. Bucks hold a commanding
Shocker.
2-game lead over the NFC South. What a dookie division, except for the Bucks. Bucks are so good.
Yeah, this division has been cooked for a few years at this point.
Speaking on the Bucks, though, like we said, Bucks win their first Week 3 game since 2020. Okay, they broke the curse.
Y'all.
I don't think it was ever going to happen. It finally did. But the important thing to note is before then, the last time they won a Week 3 game was 2009, I think. 2020. What happened in 2020, Kathleen Moore?
Don't make me do this.
Doesn't history repeat itself?
Don't make me do this. It's not going to happen.
Doesn't history repeat itself?
Whatever.
Bucks win Week 3 in 2020, go on to win the Super Bowl. Bucks win Week 3 in 2025? I mean...
Not going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know who...
Not if my birds have anything to say with it. Go Birds! Go Birds! Go Birds! Go Birds!
Okay,
Go Birds!
on a separate note, okay, 9 defensive and special teams touchdowns happened on Sunday, okay? Isaiah Rodgers had 2 of them. The first time somebody had 2 defensive touchdowns in the same game since Kenny Moore II in 2023, who ironically also had a defensive touchdown on Sunday. And then our final story right now, the Colts are 3-0 for the first time since 2009, but under Daniel Jones.
What's happening?
This is a real football squad. This is a real football team right now. I hate to say it.
I actually can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I thought they were bums. And usually Week 3 is the turning point, okay? When the Bucs had Ryan Fitzpatrick 2019, we thought he was going to be great. 2 games, 3rd game he fell off. It's always that game.
You know, not to talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick, but they call him Fitzmagic for a reason. He's great till like Week 4, and then he returns to normal form.
So do you think we're seeing something similar out of Daniel Jones? Is he going to return to form?
He just has a heads and shoulders better team surrounding him this time around.
Yeah. It's much better. The coaching is better. I mean, Shane Steichen's over there in Indianapolis right now. He helped develop Jalen Hurts.
The Giants' freaking decision making when it comes to offensive coordinators, like especially last year, it was abysmal. Dan Jones has stood no chance since he was drafted.
Just wait until they let go of Hog Rider over there in New York, and that guy winds up on like the Chiefs and rushes for 2,000 yards. Mr. CTE, Cam Scadaboo.
No.
Either way, Kathleen Moore is the absolute best. We love Kathleen Moore around here. And to close everything out, we got undefeated teams left remaining. Eagles, 49ers, Bucks, Colts, Bills, and Chargers. We'll see if that list is the same next week. Obviously not, because the Bucks play the Eagles.
And the Eagles are going to take y'all.
Sorry about it. You're doing a lot of talking. And Emeka Egbuka's going to have 200 yards and 4 touchdowns against you guys.
Sure.
Wait till that happens. That's all the time we have for segment 1. We'll be back in just a minute with Justice Covert talking about the best NFL roster we could put together from all time. We'll be back after this.
Hi, sorry to interrupt your show, but I want to give you a little rundown of everything we do here at the Hitting the Field Network. My name's Nick Cohen, and I'm the host of Hitting the Field, our flagship show heading into season 21. Live streaming every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we talk about anything and everything sports. Tuesdays, we have Season 3 of Girls Got Game. Hosts Katie Sue Christensen and Mia Flores discuss all the biggest topics in women's sports. On Wednesdays, make sure to tune into Season 7 of The Combine, hosted once again by Ty Patton. This podcast dives deep into every detail about the NFL season. Next on Thursdays, we live stream Season 11 of HTF Bets, brought to you by Andrew Gregg, Diego Ortiz, and Ben Huber. Any sports betting questions? I'll let the pros answer those on Thursday. Then TGIF, because we have new episodes of Season 9 of Nighttime, hosted again by Matthew Bracker and Kathleen Moore. Nighttime keeps you up to date on all UCF and collegiate sports. Penultimately, Edgar Rodriguez and Patrick De Leon are back for Season 2 of HTFC. Soccer is a year-round sport, so make sure not to miss HTFC. Lastly, end your week on Sundays with our vlog squad, asking the hard-hitting questions and letting you behind the scenes of our studio days. Make sure to follow us on our social medias like Instagram and TikTok to stay updated on all HTFN news. Remember to subscribe to the Hitting the Field Network on YouTube, leave a like and comment, and with that, I think we're ready for your next segment. I've been Nick Cohen, and enjoy the rest of your show.
The Combine on Hitting the Field Network is a really good show hosted by Ty Patton, but you know who really could host the show very good is, Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Justice Covert's back. He's back. It's been far too long, but he's joining us today. Scott Harris is also over in the producer chair. Okay, he's going to be talking, yapping with us. We're doing, looking at all the players all time in the NFL and crafting the single greatest roster, subjectively speaking, that's ever been made. We can pull from any time periods, any eras, whatever the case may be, as long as we get 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and a kicker, punter, kick returner, and punt returner.
We're going to kicker and
We
punter?
are doing kicker and punter. I have a full
Kick
roster.
return's got to be
ready
one
to go.
person, right?
Kick returner's one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a full
Gotta
roster
be
ready
one
to go.
person.
Scotty's got a full roster ready to go. Justice Covert is an off-the-dome kind of guy.
Yeah.
Offensive skill, Tom Brady's the quarterback. Okay, it's undoubtable. Okay, Tom Brady's my quarterback. You can make a case for Peyton Manning, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with old reliable. And right behind him in my backfield, give me Barry Sanders. Okay, best running back to ever grace the earth, save for potentially Jim Brown. But Jim Brown played against 7-Eleven employees, right? It wasn't anybody too big. All right, my three receivers, give me my X receiver, Calvin Johnson. Okay, the best X to ever grace our presence, 6'5", 256 pounds, three-time first-team All-Pro. The best that ever did it, okay? At my Y, give me the lanky Randy Moss, okay? Give me Randy Moss to go up and head top somebody over on the side. And finally, my Z, you know what? We're going to put a vacuum up to his noggin, suck all the CTE out. Give me Antonio Brown, okay? 5'10", perfect Z slot receiver. It doesn't get much better than that, okay? I get a little Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, A-B. I thought about adding in Julio Jones. I thought about adding in Larry Fitzgerald, Jerry Rice even. I left off that list. But
that's crazy that left off Jerry Rice.
It's crazy that I left him off, but as somebody that sits at exactly 6 foot, like as good as he was a wide out back in his day. I need somebody to play slot. I need somebody who can operate out of the slot, and Antonio Brown's that guy for me. So I passed up on Jerry, which is kind of crazy. Scotty, what do you got for your skill grouping over there?
We have such a similar offensive core.
Do we really?
And it's literally identical. I have Tom Brady quarterbacking.
Okay.
Behind him, I have Barry Sanders.
Okay.
I have prime I had to put the emphasis on the prime Antonio Brown.
Has to be prime Antonio Brown. He was so good.
Yeah, I had to put emphasis on that. I didn't think anybody else was going to have him on the list, honestly. I didn't think you were going to have him on the list. So
he's a perfect slot receiver.
I had a whole explanation prepared for that, but it looks like you know ball like I do. And then second wide receiver, I have Randy Moss as well.
Yeah,
so
smart man.
basically identical. It doesn't look like I have my third wide receiver, so I'm gonna think. I want to have a little conversation on who you think we should have at third wide receiver.
Well, that's the point is, I'm a very by the books, numerical, right, dimensional kind of guy. If I'm looking at a receiver and I'm looking at Antonio Brown, I don't want to put him on the side because I know they're going to get some big 6'1" Darrelle Revis to sit out there on Revis Island. He's going to lock up AB. Darrelle Revis is one of the best, to ever do it. I don't want AB sitting out there with him. I want AB in the slot on a strong safety, right on a nickel back, somebody that I think he can beat. Okay,
Absolutely.
so are you putting AB at your slot, or do you think he's going to burn more people, more like a Tyreek Hill type situation at next?
I'd definitely put him at the slot.
Y is not all that tricky. I always think my Y has always got to be a vertical guy, okay? Somebody that, that can drag out a safety on a fly route, open something down short for a running back on a flat or something. Just, my Y is almost solely meant for decoy, unless we're going to incorporate him into the system. Talk about a Mike Williams, right? Talk about a guy that's going to be able to open up an entire half of the field for somebody else to get open, okay? That's what I look for in my Y. Randy Moss is a playmaker through and through. Like, that's the only reason I like him down there with my Y. I want my X to be physical. There's not all that many X's left in the game that are still physical. I look at Mike Evans, right? Calvin Johnson, like we mentioned earlier, potentially even a Larry Fitzgerald. That guy could box somebody out, and even a Julio Jones. But
Julio.
Ooh.
Prime Julio was awesome.
Yeah.
Prime Julio, I don't know, Antonio Brown was really good.
Yeah.
But Prime Julio might be better than Prime.
He might
Antonio
be better
Brown.
than Prime Antonio Brown. Prime Julio was different.
Antonio Brown's route running was just
You could even argue that 2017 Super Bowl Julian Edelman could be your slot. That guy was on a different breed. Like, he was making catches that I've
especially,
never seen
and
before.
I was kind of referring to this before we started filming, but Julian Edelman with Tom Brady is a fantastic duo.
Yeah. That little
So-
stack over there, which we're going to get into in a second, actually. But, Scotty, you got a wide receiver 3 over there? Or even potentially a Y? Because, Randy's sitting at your X.
And you got Prime Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Prime AB.
I'm probably going to go with Julian Edelman there.
I don't hate it. You know what? Go ahead and get you the stack.
I accidentally left the spot open, but I think it's good that we had that little
I wouldn't recommend
around
posting
there.
that to Instagram. I think the social media would absolutely
No,
kill
they'd
you.
go livid. But I
Yeah.
think you know what I think honestly might be the move is Julian at the slot and then Antonio Brown at your Y.
Definitely.
Okay,
Julian
use
can
Antonio
only
as that
operate in
decoy.
the slot.
Only operate
He's
in the
like
slot.
the
but
Steph Curry of wide receivers. He's just going to run
Yeah.
around until he's open.
Hell yeah. All right, but Justice Covert. All right,
So-
we have almost identical rosters over here. What are you looking at?
I got Tom Brady, and usually
man.
with the Barry Sanders topic, a lot of people, I like Emmitt Smith a lot. I'm not. Gonna
That's
put
fair.
Him, I'm not going to put him as the number one, and then I was considering LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yep.
I really like Bo Jackson.
Yep.
If
I
we're
almost
starting-
put AB in this conversation.
AP's good. If we're talking about prime, though, like Bo Jackson was pretty
He was
damn
awesome.
good. X, I'm going to go with Jerry Rice.
I like it.
I'm going to stick with Randy Moss. And
I like
then, in the slot, I'm going to put Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald in the slot. I like that
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald was so
He has
good.
more career tackles than drops.
Yeah, he does.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry
And
Fitzgerald
Very level-headed guy. Great locker room guy.
Yeah, great locker
Him
room
and
guy.
Tom Brady, by God, what
Yeah.
could they accomplish? I
How
don't
do
know.
you do? Larry Fitzgerald was a guy that could get open every single play. I call back to 2011, I think, NFC Championship. It was Packers Cardinals, and Larry Fitzgerald on the last drive in overtime managed to get open on like 3 consecutive plays. He was the drive, right, to win that game. Like,
Yeah, him in the plaffs is unbelievable.
It's
and
unbelievable.
And with how many times Tom Brady gets to the playoffs,
Yeah.
we would just see that time and time again.
Yeah.
And then obviously, that's so much for him to handle right there. And then you have Randy Moss. We know what Tom Brady and Randy Moss can do. And then Jerry Rice is arguably, if there's not, Tom Brady's not the GOAT, Jerry Rice is the GOAT. Right?
Yeah.
That's GOAT A, GOAT B. GOAT A1, GOAT A2 situation right there.
They're so good.
Yeah.
But sticking in to our big boys up front, okay, tight end and 5 down linemen, okay. I'm going to run through mine real quick. We mentioned a stat. Give me Rob Gronkowski, the best tight end to ever grace the field over there with the stack with Tom Brady, okay. Run through my offensive tackles super easy because a lot of these are self-explanatory, okay. Give me Anthony Munoz at my left tackle. Give me John Hanna at my left guard. Okay, give me Jason Kelsey at my center. Okay, give me Zach Martin at my right guard. And then finally, it's a little bit of a sleeper pick, a little bit of a reach, just personal bias. Give me Tristan Wirfs at my right tackle. I think he's one of the most versatile tackles I've ever seen play the game. And to win first-team All-Pro honors at both right tackle and left tackle, if I need a plug-and-play type situation, this guy's going to be able to do it, okay? I really like him fitting in this mold over here. Put him opposite Anthony Munoz. Those 2 tackles are the best, I think anybody could offer right now. You could pull a couple others, but I like Wirfs. I do. Scotty, what are you looking at over there?
I don't think I made a list for all linemen.
Oh! Yeah. Scotty let him down. I'm going to let you run with mine. You get my O-line. My O-line's the best line out there.
I would replace, actually a couple things. I'd throw Bruce Matthews in there. I don't know, either left guard or right guard.
Yeah.
And then I would throw in Tony Baselli at left tackle.
Tony Baselli is a
Duval.
good
Because
call.
Jaguars, because Hall of Famer. Who's the Jets center? That one guy, Mangold?
Was it Alec Mangold?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I
But
think he's pretty good.
I don't hate that. I don't hate
And
that.
then
And then, how do you feel about John Hanna over there at left
I
guard?
like John Hanna. He was a Patriot, right?
He was a
Yep.
Patriot, yes.
Yep. He was Patriot, Pat Patriot.
Justice Covert, who's your tight end over here?
Gronk.
Just big Gronk guy?
Gronk.
You know
Big
what? It's a
Gronk.
smart pick. It's a safe pick. I don't
It's
hate it at
The
all.
pick. I mean,
it's the pick, yeah.
I like Tony Gonzalez.
I
but
do like Tony Gonzalez a lot. If I'm not
But,
going Gronk, it's Tony G.
But I don't think you can game plan around Rob Gronkowski. I think I remember seeing Tony Gonzalez on like a Fox pregame show talking about Bill Belichick and like how he was game plan beforehand.
Yep.
And he, like, going into the season, he was averaging like 100 yards per game. Then
Yeah.
he goes into that game against Belichick, and this has happened to like Chad Johnson, so many others, where he ended up with like one catch for 8 yards. They just kept jamming him on the line.
Moving on, though, going into our defensive line, okay, I ran, obviously you can choose whatever system you want to run, but I'm running a 3-4 out here, okay? I'm a big
Love 3-4.
2 outside linebacker
You do a
guy,
4-5.
okay? You could do a 4-5. That's a crazy stack, dude. 4-5
I'm
is
just
a
going to run
crazy
the
stack.
85
Just
Bears
full cover
defense.
0, cover 2 man.
85
Ugh.
Bears defense locking in. Ron Rivera is a
Yeah.
backup cornerback.
Yeah,
We're locked in.
For my 3 down, okay, I am taking up front Reggie White at my left defensive end, okay, Philly legend, 198 sacks, 33 forced fumbles, just one of the best to ever grace the field. And on the opposite side of him, my right defensive end is going to be the Buffalo guy, Bruce Smith, okay. I think I want to say maybe potentially the leader of sacks just in totality,
Yeah, I think
200
so.
sacks
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
career.
Yeah,
But
he's a leader.
I mean, they're both very basic picks, if we're going to be honest. Like, they're just the 1 and 2, if we're going to, be totally honest with each other. But at the same point, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not going to reach around and try to grab somebody else that I don't need to when I have 2 goats sitting right there. And then, staying in the same kind of era, my D tackle, my nose, is going to be Warren Sapp. Okay, Warren Sapp was, in a time when a lot of the defensive tackles were sub 300 pounds, Warren Sapp was pushing 300 by a good margin. Okay, he was one of the beefiest D tackles on the field at that time, and if we're making a team that's going to play in today's style, I want a beefy boy that can actually play a true nose, and that guy is Warren Sapp. Scotty, what do you like over there for your defensive lineman?
All right, so at defensive end, I don't have specific sides for them, but I have Michael Strahan.
Like that a lot.
Yeah, Giants legend. I have Reggie White.
Reggie White, I like this a lot.
Okay. Defensive tackle, I have Joe Green.
Yup, that boy Mean Joe.
Yeah, and I have Aaron Donald.
Oh, you're running a cool 4-3?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald, I like a lot. You know what's crazy is, obviously I think we understand this, but Aaron Donald was relatively undersized for a defensive tackle. He was just a mean guy. Like, he was just an angry guy. And, the Rams played almost a 3-4 over there with Aaron Donald at like a 3-tech defensive end, but at the same point, if you put him at a 3-tech defensive tackle in a 4-3 system, it's still going to work just as good. Good Lord, what is going on right now? My microphone cord is trying to eat my shoes right now, apparently. But I like it. I like running a 4-3 system, especially back in the day with how many good, front 4 guys there were. I'm going to stick with that 3-4 because I couldn't decide on one true middle linebacker. There's so many that I love back there.
That's true. That's tough.
Before we get to it, Justice Covert, you're 3 or 4 or even 5 down lineman. What do you like?
5 down line of my veins. I'm going with the 3-4. I'll do J.J. Watt.
I love that. I was weighing him when I was making my picks, but I didn't go with it.
And then Aaron Donald.
D or
middle.
end?
Right in the middle. Right
Wow,
and
and a nose. I like it.
Just, yeah. Good luck with that. And then Reggie White coming around the end.
Yup.
He's the only guy that I've ever seen put Larry Allen on his butt.
Dude, Larry Allen was so good at football, dude.
Wait a minute. Go back to the O-line. I'm putting Larry Allen my right tackle.
Yeah, no more Howie Long. Get out of there, bro.
Yeah. God, I can't believe I forgot about him.
J.J. Watt, I like a lot. J.J. Watt was just he was a true tone setter.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some more tone setters when we talk about our linebackers in a second. I got a couple guys that are just going to, put their foot down, establish, just ground and pound, solid defense. But Aaron Donald at nose, he's undersized, but that guy will take on 2 or 3 guys. We watched him do it in L.A. for so long. He could do it on a new team, especially in today's environment with maybe not as small as linemen are because they're probably the biggest they've ever been, but I would say there's not as much technique, I would say, as there was back then. There's a lot of speed today, but you can't let speed overcompensate for good technique. Okay, moving forward, linebacker room, okay. my right outside linebacker is going to be Lawrence Taylor. Okay, it's the smartest move I can make. Lawrence Taylor was the best to ever do it. My left outside linebacker is going to be TJ Watt. Actually, I like it a lot. There's a lot of picks you can make here. I thought about going with James Harrison, just a big beefy guy that really kind of played a fourth true down lineman. But at the same point, TJ Watt is one of the better coverage off-ball linebackers in the game right now. 50 pass deflections over his career. I want him to be kind of my Shaq Barrett 2020 Bucks defense kind of guy. I want to be able to blitz him whenever I want. I want to be able to drop in coverage. He's going to be kind of a Mike that sits wherever he wants to. We're just going to use him however we please. And then sitting besides that, my middle linebackers, okay, obviously we got to take Ray Lewis. Okay, best middle linebacker to ever do it. I don't want to hear otherwise. And my next one, I thought about a couple other names, right? There were, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, a couple guys that I really liked. But
Mike Singletary.
Mike Singletary. Yeah. But I passed on all of them. I want my tone setter. Give me Luke Kuechly. Okay, I love Luke Kuechly so much.
That's my pick.
Luke Kuechly was the kind of guy that I turned on football on a Sunday when I was 12 years old. And I just know this guy's got a couple screws loose, okay? And I sit well with it. Gotti, what are you looking at?
All right, my outside linebackers. All right, on the left side, I'm going to have Lawrence Taylor.
Love it.
On the right side, I'm going to have Derek Brooks.
Love it.
Yeah. All right, my middle linebackers, I'm going to have Ray Lewis, and I'm going to have Jack Lambert.
Okay, yeah.
God.
Jack Lambert was so awesome.
Kill you.
Jack Lambert was so awesome. Justice Covert.
All right, so on my right side, I'm going to go Lawrence Taylor.
Smart man.
Left side, I'm going to go Derek Thomas.
Derek Thomas. Interesting. I like it.
And then in the middle...
He was a Chiefs guy, right?
Chiefs, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If I'm going middle, if I want to go just pure aggression and brutality, I would go Dick Butkus and Jack Lambert. But
yeah.
I'm going to follow your suit and do Ray Lewis and Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
I like those guys a lot.
Dude, I loved watching both of them play football. I had a tough time with this one because I knew Ray Lewis was going to be one of my guys. But when I was sitting on Luke Kuechly, I was also debating Sean Lee, who I loved. I mean, I wasn't a Cowboys guy growing up, but Sean Lee was just the epitome of good football. I just love watching him play the game. But all right, moving into our DB core before we hit our special teams. Last of the first 22. My DB core, I'm sitting two corners. Okay, give me Deion Sanders. Okay, I think an easy pick. And then give me Rondé Barber. Okay, wow. Maybe a little bit of a personal pick, but okay, Rondé Barber sitting with 47 interceptions on his career, 197 pass deflections on his career. It doesn't get much better than that. I wrote down his numbers here because I wanted to read them off. 3-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, of course, 1-time Super Bowl champ. All right, Rondé Barber was just a menace to watch play the game. And then my safeties, I got free safety, give me Ed Reed. The only one that I had as much fun watching as Ed Reed was Cam Chancellor. And I left Cam Chancellor off this list, which I'm kind of heartbroken by because I wanted him or Steve Atwater or just, one of the greats to fill in the shoes. But I pulled a little bit of a switcheroo. Okay, I took another free safety at my strong. I like him too much. I need Troy Polamalu playing my strong safety. Okay, I need to bump him over. He's not a true strong. He's definitely a true free. But I mean, even as a free safety, Troy Polamalu is a better strong safety in my mind than Cam Chancellor is, than Steve Atwater is, than plenty of the other safeties out there right now. Even Derwin James, I'd take him over. I loved watching Troy Polamalu play. Scott Harris, rounding out your original 22. What are you looking at with your DBs?
All right, for my quarterback, at corner, I have Deion Sanders and Mel Blount.
I love Mel Blount. He was on my list.
Yeah, another member of the Steel Curtain. I know it's a different league, but I still like Mel Blount.
He was awesome.
Yeah, and for my safety core, I have Troy Polamalu, which is why I was so ecstatic when you said Troy.
Yep.
And I have Eagles legend Brian Dawkins.
Dude, Brian Dawkins was... Dude, that guy moved at 69 bald eagles per cheeseburger on that field, dude. He was pure American athleticism, okay? I adored watching Brian. Do you remember when Brian Dawkins used to come out of the tunnel and just get on all fours and just start running down the field?
Dude, it's terrifying.
That was scary stuff, dude. All right, moving on. Justice Covert. What's your DB core look like? There's a lot of guys you could pick here. There's a lot.
What two corners did you go with?
I went with Deion Sanders and Rondé Barber.
Oh, that's right, Rondé.
But I also, we were talking about him earlier. A close 3 for me was Darrell Revis.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Deion and Charles Woodson.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Two guys who could play both ways. So
Yeah,
if
they
the
could play
offense
both
wants
ways,
to
yep.
get a little funky, we can bring in Charles Woodson and Deion Sanders. They could stay on the field, some Travis Hunter action.
Yep. I think,
Safeties.
yeah.
Do I want to? You do Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed.
Hell
Reed.
yeah. So
Hard
Reed,
hitters.
Reed is sitting at your strong?
Yeah, because you want Troy to be just anywhere and
Yeah.
everywhere all at once.
Huh?
Say that again.
Anywhere, everywhere, all at once.
All right.
movie.
But it is a really good movie, actually. I like that movie a lot. I think I saw it in theaters, if we're going to be honest with each other. But
I couldn't get into it. I tried
no,
watching it.
really?
Yeah, it was too
I
much.
loved it.
Something about a donut or a bagel. I couldn't.
Oh
follow.
yeah,
Couldn't
it was a
follow.
little bit confusing, especially if it's not in the concept of Marvel.
I'm a simple guy.
I want the I want the plot of Everything Everywhere All at Once, but make me listen to it through the voice of Ant-Man. Okay.
I'm a simple guy. I like Whiplash and Moneyball.
I love Whiplash. It's such a
And
good movie. It's
Moneyball.
so good.
Not quite my tempo.
But all right, finishing it out, our special teams cores. I got a kicker, punter, kick returner, punt returner. My kicker is going to be Adam Vinatieri, okay, the best to ever do
Yep.
it. Punter is going to be Ray Guy, the
Yep.
only, I believe, punter to ever be drafted in the first round, pick 23. Kick returner is going to be Devin Hester, of course,
Yep.
Chicago guy, best to do it. And then finally, my punt returner, maybe not the best to do it, but my favorite to watch, Deshaun Jackson. Okay, I loved watching Deshaun Jackson return punts. Stop nodding at me. Kathleen Moore is a big Eagles person. She's still in this room.
Deshaun Jackson, he's a Buccaneer. What are you talking
He was a Buccaneer. Yeah, he was a
Known
Buccaneer. What are you
Buccaneer,
talking about?
Deshaun
He's a
Jackson.
known Buck. But I like the list. That completes my team. I'll put up a graphic right now, actually, of my full team, so you can go ahead and take a look. But with that being said, Scotty Harris, close out your little pick here. What do you got at your special teams?
All right, I was not prepared whatsoever, so I only have a kicker. I only have a kicker and a kick returner.
Yep.
So for my kicker,
Yep.
I had to include a UCF player in there somehow.
Oh, I know who you're going with already.
Matt Prater.
Yep.
I'm
Oh, I
going
thought he was
Matt
going
Prater.
Matthew Wright.
I don't.
No, I thought he was going to go with destroying for a second, bro.
Donald DeLahaye.
Yeah, Donald DeLahaye.
Not the GOAT whatsoever.
No,
I
but
just
he's
wanna go on
awesome.
the record
He's
saying that.
pretty good.
He is
But
pretty good.
he's pretty good.
Yeah.
So returning for him is going to be Dante Hall from Chiefs.
Ooh, that's a human
what a punt
joystick. The
return that
human
would be.
joystick. Oh, dude, Dante Hall was so good. Oh my God, he was so good. That is a really good pick. Do you have, or can you bag pull a punter punt returner?
I got a couple.
You got a couple. I got a couple that I like too, actually.
I want to hear your guys.
All right, let's go to Justice Covert. We'll come back to the other side of it.
The kicker will be Adam Vinatieri, who I always thought was
Yep.
the GOAT, even when the
Yep.
allegations were coming out
Yep.
from the Justin Tucker camp before the incidents took place.
Yeah, stuff happened.
Justin Tucker was my pick before. Well,
Before what?
He would Justin Tucker would have been
Expand on that.
Justin Tucker would have been my pick if that whole Diddy stuff didn't happen. So,
Oh, no.
Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Definitely.
Let's just massage that situation and move on.
Oh, good Lord.
I'd say punter is none other than the Logan Cook.
Logan Cook.
Yeah,
Good
That's
pull.
not really that favoritism, too. I
No.
love Ray Guy, but
Ray Guy was good. I was thinking a little bit of Johnny Hecker when I was sitting over there, but I passed up. But Logan
Love-
Cook's a good pull. I like it. I like it.
Brad Nortman, too, former
Yeah.
Jag. He was really good. Brad Nortman's also known as being the guy who got laid out by Sean Taylor in the Pro Bowl, but he was also a Jag in 2017.
Hell yeah.
For kick return, the thing that's weird with kick return, it's like Devin Hester could have done both.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just throw him in punt return. But
You
I don't
can't
know.
just shoehorn him
I don't
into-
know if my
Well,
other guy.
You can put him at both spots if you want to.
I don't want to do that. I want to put this other guy in there, but I think he only did kick returns. So I'll do that. I'll put Josh Cribbs at kick return.
Josh Cribbs.
I loved Josh Cribbs growing up. I was a big Josh Cribbs guy. But then Devin Hester will be my punt returner, I
Oh, yeah.
guess.
Have to. He's got to be included. He was, I mean,
He-
you remember in the Super Bowl he returned a kick on the first play of the game?
Yeah.
Like, how in the world do you even argue that he's not on this list?
He's literally a Hall of Fame returner. Like,
Yeah,
you'll
that does
never
not
see
happen.
that again.
Does not
never
happen.
see it again because what happened to kick returns and stuff. Kick returners used to just be like these speed demons.
Yeah.
Why am I seeing Samaje Perine returning kicks on Sunday for the Bengals? And he was doing pretty good.
Why is Jeremy McNichols back there?
Yeah,
catching,
what are we talking?
catching kicks for
Parker
the
Washington is the Jaguars' kick returner.
It's bad. It's bad.
You know, what happened to the country I love? What happened to Jamal Agnew being our kick returner? Now it's Parker Washington.
Dude, Jamal Agnew is so
He was
good.
nasty.
He was so
He was
good.
disgusting.
Oh my God, he was so good.
Wasn't that great of a receiver, but man.
Man, who was the Lions guy back then? The Lions.
Jamal Agnew.
Was it Jamal
It was
Agnew?
Jamal Agnew. That's where we got him. We gave him that big payday because he was so good
I
for the
didn't
Lions.
know that.
Yeah,
I knew he was with the Jags. I forgot he was. Oh, what about a little T.J. Yeldon, bro? T.J. Yeldon was
T.J.
back there.
Yeldon.
Look, he wasn't all too bad.
Yeah, he was pretty. I don't know if he ever returned kicks though.
I think he returned
Our
punts.
our kick returner in
Yeah.
2017 wasn't T.J. Yeldon. It was Jadon Mickens, Buccaneer,
God, Jadon
Super
Mickens,
Bowl
yes!
winner.
Oh my
Buccaneer.
goodness! All right, Scotty's got his final picks. We gotta move on. We gotta get out of here.
All right, for my punter, I'm gonna have. I think Nick Cohen's gonna like this pick. Watching this over, but I've got Ray Guy from the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Old school. And for my returner, I got Mel Gray.
Mel Gray. I remember reading on this guy, but I don't know all too much about him.
You're
which is a
reading up
fault
on Mel Gray in your downtime
Yeah.
time.
Well, no. When I was doing my list, I was trying to remember. I was like, who would I put at punter? And I was like, I got a couple on my list. Am I missing any? So I typed in, show me the best punters of all time, and a list pops up. And they got all this stuff here, and I was like, nobody is gonna match up the Ray Guy. I gotta have him as my guy. And then when I looked at the same thing for punt returners, I saw Mel Gray pop up on that list, and I was like, who's Mel Gray?
Right.
I don't know that name.
Yeah,
So I
they
went
don't.
and
They
did a
don't
little
have
reading.
actual footage of Mel Gray. It's
No.
just like scriptures and like paintings on walls, like
Yeah.
caveman art. That's
hieroglyphics.
yeah. Hieroglyphics from Mel Gray. That's
You
a
wa-
stat line.
You walk out, and guys have developed Indian voice screaming to.
Yeah.
You got to just hear it through there.
Yeah.
Hear it through the grapevine. Why don't you?
Think about this locker room, man. What's Rob Gronkowski talking to Mel Gray about?
Oh my God. This was a lot of fun, actually. I like having good ball knowledge conversations. We haven't had a good ball knowledge conversation on the combine in a good minute. It's
I
been
would
a
say
while.
I didn't know as much ball this time, but
Yeah, but that's show. I mean, we talked for probably
Yeah.
25, 30 minutes, I'd
yeah.
say. It's important to be able to have ball knowledge, but at the same time, it's important to be able to focus on other things that aren't ball knowledge. Otherwise, you'll turn into Stephen A. Smith. All right, with that being said, I think that's all the time we have on the Combine. Big thanks to Justice Covert for coming on after so long. This guy's a legend. And then big thanks to Kathleen Moore, who's sitting over there. She's doing a great job on Instagram or whatever it is. And huge thanks to, she's on TikTok. And big thanks to Scott Harris, as always, our director in the chair, doing his thing. But with that being said, catch Combine weekly on Wednesdays at whatever time, and catch we're on the main show a little bit this week talking about some WNBA, so go watch that. And that's about it. See you later. Bye.